All right. So I want to cover, as I stated, Ghislaine Maxwell, Jussie Smollett, Jussie, we're going to talk about Jussie. But we got to start off with Biden, man. We got to talk about Biden and Kamala because, you know, they are the leaders of the country. Where exactly, I'm not sure. But it's going somewhere. Okay, so, guys, Joe Biden, his numbers are really down. Yeah, the numbers are really down. They're not really the way they were supposed to be. I mean, the whole point of replacing Biden with Trump was that Joe Biden was supposed to do a better job than Trump. And apparently, according to the numbers that I've been looking at, man, they're pretty much neck and neck. Or should I say ankle to ankle? Because that's how low the pollings are. The data, the numbers are really bad. And in fact, guys, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but the entire White House is not looking so good these days. Yeah, there's a hole in the roof. It's leaking like it's a flood, like Noah's Ark. They need to build Noah's Ark. It's a flood up there, man. It ain't working. And all these people were saying, oh, Biden, build back better, build back better. Said no one ever. Like, worst slogan. He should have talked to Jim Clyburn. He would have told him, man, forget the sloganeering. This is horrible sloganeering. Build back better. And it ain't working in the poll numbers, man. The White House is slipping. There's leaks in the roof. The toilet's backed up. There's some yellow stuff coming out of the faucet that we're not sure it's water. This is horrible. Don't get me wrong, guys. There's been a lot wrong with the White House for a long period of time. You know, Biden's not the first one to have a horrible White House. I mean, Obama wanted to get out of the White House. He wanted to trade it in. But since he was black, he kept getting a lower appraisal number. Couldn't get out of it. He was trapped in a fixed mortgage for 8 years. It's horrible. So, and Biden, he's not doing well. And if you look at it, I look at it in context and I say, damn, Biden's numbers, his disapproval numbers are as high in disapprovals as Trump's. And I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but Trump got impeached twice. It's like losing to a quadriplegic in a foot race. I mean, he's been impeached twice, and your numbers are basically the same. This is horrible, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what excuses you make, Johnson. And MSNBC and CNN, everybody wants to make excuses for Biden. They're going to blame the blacks. Yeah, it wasn't for you guys. I want you to know, Black America, it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you. I wouldn't be here. Oh, you're in a debt. Oh, you're in debt. That's why. It's never before, ever, nothing we can't do. So now if the numbers are down, it's like, it wasn't for you, blacks. My numbers wouldn't be down. It's all your fault. Yeah, so we get blamed for everything when he wins and when he loses, and at the end of the day, we end up not getting shit for it. So that's how that works, being black in America and having a Democrat in office. And when you got a Republican in office, it's basically the same thing. Because the Democrats blame you that the Republicans is in office. So basically, if you black, you get blamed for everything, no matter who wins or loses. That's kind of how that works. And then they say, and if you vote for either party, you're either a coon or a sellout or on the plantation. Either way, so we just need to, I don't know what we do. If you vote Republican, you're a coon. If you vote Democrat, you're on the plantation. If you vote green, you must be high. Because they're not going to win, Johnson. Oh, the Greens are mad. Greens are mad. Well, you two guys working out in the back. It's only like two of y'all. I'm really pissed off, though, guys. Don't get it twisted. I'm really angry because what I'm seeing what happened with Biden here, I know it doesn't help us at all. It doesn't help us if he does badly. It doesn't help us. That's the problem. I want black people to get something for their vote. I want us to pressure Biden for them to cut the check. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for them to cut the check. right? The only numbers I care about Biden coming out of his mouth is $17 trillion. $17 trillion. You can round it up to 20 trillion. Round it up to 20 trillion. So, I remember when John McCain was running and he grabbed Sarah Palin to be his running mate because he needed a joke. He needed a joke because no one was going to pay attention to him. And people, even after McCain lost, every once in a while there'd be somebody saying, damn, what would have happened if Sarah Palin would have became vice president? And looks like we found out because Kamala Harris is Sarah Palin. I mean, give or take a couple shades difference. There's not. I'm just saying, guys, there ain't much. I mean, I'm not saying that Kamala is as dumb as Sarah Palin. I'm not saying that. I'm saying about the performance. I mean, there's obvious differences. People really can't stand Kamala. Yeah, they were just annoyed by Sarah. She was annoying as fuck, but people really didn't hate her. But Kamala's got, like, there are people throwing darts at Kamala's pictures right now. I mean, she has, and I don't even understand really, like, I know if you're from San Francisco, you had time with her as a DA, you know what I'm saying? You know, I understand those people hating it, but I mean, like, most of the country, it's like, and this is weird because when Pence was vice president, I forgot he was vice president. Yeah, I just thought, you know, he left, thought he was in a prison somewhere in Siberia. I don't know where Pence went. You know, I saw him pop up at like a football game doing the Kaepernick thing, like standing up or being pissed off because people wouldn't stand for the flag or something. Like, who paid attention to Pence? But Kamala's getting all types of attention, but the problem is none of it is positive. All her attention's negative. All her staff is committing mutiny. Nobody wants to be there. It's like, she's like the Amazon of vice presidents. Nobody wants to work for her. You know what I'm saying? So the latest is Simone Sanders. You remember Simone Sanders? Tight cut, tackled like these guys at the rallies for Biden or whatever. Remember that, right? Simone Sanders, who worked for Bernie, who quit Bernie, who went and worked for Biden, who quit Biden to go work for Kamala. Word on the street is she just quit Kamala, and she's going to go work for Andrew Cuomo because she says she wants to work somewhere that she feels more respected. Somewhere more respectful, you know? A little bit more prestige. I'm just saying, man, people are complaining about Kamala being a very hard person to work for. They say she's got an identity crisis. One minute she's black, the next minute she's Indian, next minute she's Asian, the next minute she smokes weed, the next minute she doesn't smoke weed, the next minute she supports Medicare for all, the next minute she doesn't. It's like she's all over the place. It's like working for Sarah Palin. No. But no, man, it's just horrible. It's not a good look. And look, I've been kind of walking very gingerly across this because I realize that there is a lot of racism in America. There are people that don't think there is. Some people just don't like Kamala because she's a brown woman. I understand that. But guys, that's like 20%. Everyone else that doesn't like her, they don't like her probably for good reasons. Like, I look, so I'm not taking it off the table totally that there are racists who don't like Kamala because she's a woman and because she's brown. No, I'll admit that. I'll admit that. Fine. I agree. You know what I'm saying? But you got to admit there's a lot of other people that don't like her just because the stuff she says out of her mouth just doesn't make sense. The word salad, the nervous laughter, the no direct answers. These things all lead to people not liking you. So I know a lot of people that are progressive people were upset. They were concerned that Kamala Harris would be fast-tracked to the White House. There's no way that Joe Biden could do a second term. I don't think you need to worry about Joe Biden doing a second term or even Kamala Harris getting a first term. You need to worry about Trump getting a second term because that's the way it's going, Johnson, with this shit. This is not good, Johnson. It's like Kamala Harris is getting more bad press than Chrissy Teigen. Yeah, it's just not doing well. Not liked a whole lot. More bad press than a drunk derelict at the Gold's Gym working out. She's got bad press, Johnson. Bad press like a blind seamstress. Bad press like a bad laundromat, dry cleaner. What I'm trying to say is that there's no upside with the Democrats. It would have been much better if we would have went with somebody more, more suitable, who's going to be more of a leader, a better duo, like I don't know, Florida and James Evans. Yeah, I know they're fictional characters, but they would have been much better than Biden and Kamala. Come on, they suck. It's nothing good about them. And even the people that kiss ass in the establishment, the blacks that want to be in the establishment, the, Congressional Bootlickers Corporation, whatever the Congressional Black Caucus, even those guys know that this is not a good fit. I mean, it's hard to sell this to the donors, man. Donors are like, why should I give money to these two? One's asleep, the other one's dead. I mean, horrible. It's like it's throwing good money after bad on these two. You got an impeached president who is likely to come back and beat both of them. It's like, damn. It's like, you can't make this shit up. It's that bad. So, I don't know, man. I'm just looking at the numbers. And I'm just saying, okay, now they're going to blame all black people for Kamala's numbers tanking because we're not supporting her efficiently or sufficiently. It's our fault that she can't win over America, and it's Biden's fault that he can't remember where America is on the map. And there we go, and that should Build Back Better. And don't get me wrong, there's some things in the Build Back Better plan that would be helpful, like, yeah, I think that the capping of the insulin, that's a good thing. So we need to talk a little bit more about the good things in the plan. Talk about the good stuff. But until you cut the check, I mean, it really doesn't make sense. I mean, black people, I mean, yeah, I need insulin, but I also need a place to stay, Joe Biden. And, we need to close the racial wealth gap. These are not things that Joe Biden gives a shit about. He could care less about that. So, he's not going to rack up on the black vote, and no amount of Clyburns and Germanis coming out of the woodwork, it's going to change the lukewarm reception that the former senator from Delaware gets from the blacks. The whole "I used to work for Obama" shit is wearing off. I mean, Obama's starting to get booed nowadays. Like, people are waking up to Obama. And some of those people are black. So shit's about to get scary, Johnson. Yeah. And I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Anyway, guys, so you ready for another jab? I know I am. Nothing I like more than another pointless shot that leads to yet another pointless shot. Fuck is this going on, man? Cure this shit already. I'm joking. America doesn't cure diseases. I got the memo back when Chris Rock did the joke initially. America's a drug pusher, patch you up, get you to the next stop. I get it. I'm not looking forward to this, though, man. Every time I get a shot, the last two, I got the first two, man. I got the first two. Not looking forward to it. Not a big fan of the needles or the Beatles. Okay? Not a fan. But I will reluctantly have to do it, man, because, peer pressure. Peer pressure. And there's starving children in Africa, who would love to get a shot. So there you go. That's what you got to do, man. So anyway. So let's cut this shit, man. This Ghislaine Maxwell story, this whole case. Here's the thing, guys. This is what they're trying to do, Johnson. I don't know if black people buckle up for this shit, okay? Remember back in the day, we used to all have, I know when I was coming up, black people, there was this talk about the molester, Chester the molester. We all heard the joke, Chester the molester. And when I was a kid, the story was like a myth, was that there was a guy who worked on the ice cream truck. He lured kids with the ice cream truck. I don't know if it was true, but it scared the shit out of us, right? All right, that was a running thing, okay? So black people have always known that there are these people that prey on children. But see, here in the Ghislaine Maxwell situation, we got a grown-ass woman who preyed on children, and people act like they don't understand it. This shit should be wrapped up in 2 seconds. This is not a trial to see if she's guilty. It's just the levels of guilt. It's just the levels of guilt. You know, this is not OJ. This is not a glove incident. This will not require much deliberation, okay? You ain't got to worry. This heifer's going down, Johnson. And it's disgusting shit, man. She lured children. Stop calling them young women. These are children. 13, 14, 15, okay? This is disgusting, horrible shit, okay? So here's what they're trying to do. The defense is trying to maintain that Ghislaine Maxwell is a victim and she didn't know what was going on. She was compartmentalized away from her boss. She didn't know what she was sending the little girls to the room to do. When she closed the door and left, she had no idea. All bullshit, okay? All bullshit. She is lucky. Lucky. Now, I want a black anti-lynching law, but for these types of people, I'm not so certain that we don't need one, okay? Because this shit, how do you explain this? What do you say? What do you say? So now the prosecution contends she knew everything. She's just as horrible as Jeffrey Epstein, if not more horrible, because without her, and this is my thing, Johnson, without her, he wouldn't have been able to do what he did. There are young women, there are children that she lured. The Epstein, have you ever listened to this guy? Have you seen him? He was a weird motherfucker. Like, this guy was weird as hell. He makes weird people go, damn, you're really antisocial. You need to relax. You need to go spend some time around people. Damn it, stop talking to the computers. Talk to human beings. This guy had no personality. All he had was money. Lots of money and lots of power. So I don't think he would have been able to do all the shit he did without a lot of help. And that help was Ghislaine Maxwell. So those two, they outlived. The problem is she was supposed to die years ago. She kept living. And now here she is on trial. You know, I think some people, that's what happens, man. They live such fucked up lives. They do such dirt. They don't expect to live over 50, and then they do, and it's like, oh, shit. You know, then it's good to them. They're like, oh, damn, being 50 is okay. It's not as bad as I thought. But now you got to pay for all this shit that you did when you were 30 and 40, motherfucker. That's Ghislaine Maxwell, man. I'm not even going to tell you all this shit in this trial. But there's a lot of shit in this trial. This video, not only will my video be demonetized, my internet connection will be demonetized if I tell you the shit that's in the story. You know, there's also reason to believe, and I think there's been testimony to the fact that Jeffrey Epstein knew a lot of famous people, and a lot of famous people flew on his plane to his private island. Now, we know what went on in the island, so we know that people like Bill Clinton and Donald Trump and Prince Andrew all flew aboard Epstein's plane. Even that fat fucker, Chris Richardson, whatever his name is, out there in Mexico. That fucker was running for president. Remember that guy? The governor of New Mexico, whatever. Mexico, the son of a bitch. When he didn't have any hair on his face, he looked almost like a regular guy. He was all nice and shit. Hey, 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 hey. Who knew? Who knew? So we got presidents, former presidents, all a part of the Epstein triangle of deceit and heinous activity and hurting children. Horrible shit. So I don't know how much is going to come out. No one's right now tying any of these famous people to any of their acts. But, hey, man, in the black world, if there was something bad that went on in the building and they tie your ass to it, your ass is guilty of the same shit. Like, you were at the club. You at the club where they were selling the drugs, motherfucker. We got tape of you going in and out. But they want you to believe they didn't do no drugs, they didn't sell no drugs. That's crazy shit. That never works that way for us, does it? Nah, if you went in, they got you, well then they got you. That's it. But not this. Not these motherfuckers. They are rich and powerful. So they get to be, the innuendo, and people are afraid to say it. People are afraid to talk about it. So I think they all should be held accountable. All these motherfuckers accountable. 2 times, 3 times, shit. 7 days a week, twice on Sundays, 8 days a week, motherfucker. Hold them all accountable. I only regret that Epstein is no longer here to do his time. But we all know he had help. I'd be surprised if Ghislaine Maxwell makes it through the trial. I'd be surprised, Johnson. I would be fucking surprised. If she makes it through, I'm gonna be like, wow, she made it through? She's gonna slip on something. Something bad's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen. Or something good, depending on how you look at it. But there are too many names popping up. There's too much shit going on, man. Right now, they're running interference with like 8 cases at one time, trying to keep our eye off this shit. You see what's going on? You got Jussie Smollett. You got the cop that shot the kid in Minneapolis. We got a Daunte Jefferson's case coming up next month. Like all this shit next week or something. They got like all these cases at one time. Throwing all this shit against the wall to distract us from this bitch. Oops. This is going to be somebody defending her. You can't call her that. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Jussie Smollett's a bitch too. Oh, you can't call him that because he's LGBTQ. Makes you feel any better, Richardson's a bitch too. All of them are. Okay? Everyone is, okay? All of them are bitch. All of them are bitches. Because they all preyed on children. And I don't mean women. I mean they're assholes, okay? I'm on a stronger word. Nincompoop, moron, fuckhead. There you go, fuckheads. They're all fuckheads. That's a very white word, though. I wouldn't usually say that around black people. These motherfuckers are horrible, okay? So, look, guys. Ghislaine Maxwell ain't nothing but Chester the molester. She's the cookie lady who wasn't selling cookies. You get what I'm saying? And her ass needs to be under the jail, okay? Her and her dirty-ass boyfriend, they need to go, okay? So like I said, it was a lot going on. Jussie Smollett, right? His shit, I'm looking at, look, guys, they don't even allow cameras in this shit, okay? No cameras. But here's the thing about this case. Here's another one. We already know the outcome of this shit, okay? We already know. The outcome is that this motherfucker lied, okay? He's throwing shit in there like, he was hanging out with one of the Nigerian brothers, and they were doing stuff. Like, shit got really saying he had a relationship with one of the Nigerian guys. Well, if you had a relationship, why are you accusing them of beating you up? I don't understand. Is that part of the relationship? You got a fetish for getting your ass kicked outside of Chicago when it's 20 below? What's going on? Where'd the MAGA hats come from? So Jussie Smollett took the stand today in his own defense. And word on the street is this guy started admitting the shit he wasn't even charged with. He just started making up shit to sink himself. Damn. Slow down, Jussie. Look, man, you staged the attack. This is all fake. I'm not gonna be nice about it. You lied, motherfucker. Just take the time. Whatever it is, do it. Get it over with. We got to get back to Ghislaine Maxwell. We don't have time to spend time with you, Jussie. Your career's over. Write a book later. Come clean. I don't know. You know, whatever the fuck you gonna do, go ahead and do it, man. But you in the way of real sensational shit we need to be covering that actually could bring down some of these rings. We want to bring down these fucking rings and these powerful people. And we don't have time to waste time with your ass because you was in a gay relationship or whatever, a relationship with your personal trainer that got a little hot and heavy. We don't have time for this. This is a distraction from the other distractions that we prefer to be distracted by. Stop distracting us from our distractions, motherfucker. We have distraction over here I'm trying to look at. And I say that, guys, and I mean it in a way, because some of us care about the kids, but most of us really don't care about the kids as much as we care about sticking one to the Democrats or sticking one to Trump. Like, that's really, people pretend they care about the kids, but they're not, I don't think they care about the kids as much as they want to see somebody fall. Like, Chris Hedges held a press conference or something, and the people, all the people, the powerful people in America who are bringing down the tyranny and the destruction of the country, a horrible Donald Trump, this guy from the Citigroup, this guy from the Congress, former senator. Hey, motherfucker, Chris Hedges is droopy, the cartoon droopy. This guy could ruin a bar mitzvah and a birthday at the same time. This guy is horrible. Everything, the sky's falling. Sky's falling. He's a downer. He's a human downer. He's just what he is. He walks in and everyone just goes down, drops down. Blood pressure cease. Everyone flatlines when he walks in the room. But what I'm saying is a lot of people don't really care about the kids. They care more about fucking catching some rich people up. And I care about everything. I care about both of them. Get the rich people, but let's get some time. Let's get let's make sure the kids are good. All right, just back to Jussie. Jussie got on the stand today. He implicated the Nigerian in some weird bathhouse scenario or some shit. Motherfucker, I don't care. Did you stage this shit? He says no. They said no, it's not staged. He said brothers Bola and Ola, Bola's his boy. Bola and him are friends, and they're really friends. And TMI, motherfucker, I don't care. It's not my business. I'm not homophobic, but I just don't give a shit what you did with your personal time. Did you run up all this money in Chicago? Why did he just didn't pay? Like, this shit should have went away. He should have just paid money, did some community service, and moved on with life, but no. So anyway, we got Chicago police detectives, we got Bola and Ola, everybody's testifying against Jussie. There's no way he's gonna get out of this. He was never that good an actor to begin with, and no one's buying that shit on the stand. My understanding is he got like a 3 out of 10, and they were not happy. It was like 5 takes while he was on the stand. They had to bring in a stunt double to try to do the crime scene. He wasn't good. He could not produce tears. All right, so that's where we at with that. There's another case. Now, this one is probably what's definitely more important than Jussie Smollett. But a case about who stole the gum, who broke the vase in your living room is more important than the Jussie Smollett case. No one gives a shit, except a couple tabloids want to make money off of it. But remember Kim Porter, the fucked up cop who didn't know her taser from her real gun? Yeah, that woman, that lovely police officer of 26 years who suddenly doesn't know the difference in gun, stun gun, and real gun. Yeah, how many of you motherfuckers really believe that, man? Come on, Facebook. I know some of you believe it. You do, because it's a cop saying it. A cop could tell you that the world is flat, and some of you will believe it just because a cop said it. Well, a cop said it, and you gotta go with the boys in blue. Boys in blue. She shot this young man point blank range, Okay, Daunte Wright shot him point blank range because she was upset that her meth was just, she missed her dosage. She was pissed off, man. Her donuts were getting cold. Her coffee was getting cold. Her donuts were getting hot. She did not. She killed this young man. She fucking killed him. And now she should go to jail. And what's ironic about it, the trial is happening in the very same courtroom where Derek Chauvin was convicted. And if we can get Kim Potter convicted right after Derek Chauvin, this will be the courtroom that we will label the Temple of Doom for all police officers. God damn it. It will be that courtroom, and that's an amazing thing. We get 2 back-to-back convictions in the same courthouse in the same city and state of a police officer. That would be amazing, Johnson. I'm looking forward to that. Now, this is kind of weird because in this case, the judge, her name is Judge Regina Chu, she decided that she did not want cameras in the courtroom. Yeah, judges decide if they're going to publicize it by, allowing the public to come in, and she decided not to. So some people got upset. They went to her house and started protesting her at her house. Like, she lives in the building, like, broke in the building and shit, and, like, I don't know what they did, like a January 6th event in a building or some shit, I don't know. But some guy, like, was live streaming it. Now he's got charges of threats or harassing a court. And, like, this got serious. So him and a group of others going to her home to protest her, he may end up doing more time than all the insurrectionists. Because judge ain't playing games. It's like, nah, you are trying to influence a trial. You're trying to influence a fucking trial. So there's some heavy charges for that shit. I know he wish he didn't live stream that. Nah. You would have thought he smeared feces on the walls and busted in and broke and killed people and, did an insurrection. He was outside her home. He didn't even get in the building. He didn't get in her home. He got in the building of an apartment building, not her building. So it's just, I don't know, man, it's just double standards all the way around. I mean, if you're rich and powerful and well-connected, you could be on the Jeffrey Epstein flight and your name be suppressed and no one really talks about it and people in the media really don't talk about it. You won't hear, I don't know if you're going to hear, what's his name, Jimmy Fallon, any of the Jimmys or Stephen Colbert's talk about this shit. Maybe Bill Maher will, but Bill Maher, he's a tool. He's probably on the flight list as well, probably. Yeah, that's another thing. You don't know who's been on the Epstein plane. I'm up here talking about people that won't talk about Epstein, not knowing if they're implicated themselves or even talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Fidel Castro was on his plane? God damn. So, anyway, I don't know. It's all of this is in the news. This is all going on. I'm starting to think maybe my time would be better spent just covering news cases. I mean, shit. I mean, between covering reparations, trying to get a black agenda done with this Congress or with politicians that are scared of their own shadows, Democrats that won't do shit for us, Republicans who won't do shit for us, don't, won't, can't, ain't, whatever it is, at the end of the day, I mean, what do we got? We got these cases. And they're all just a slap in the face. If you're poor in America, no one really gives a shit about you. We got a homeless population that had Ja'Cory Arthur on my show, councilman out of Kentucky on the show, and and he was telling us Louisville, Kentucky, and he was telling us about the level of homelessness, and in this and in his district, like 80% of those people are black, like 8 out of 10 people families, complete families that you'll see on the street, under bridges, underpasses, black. And then when I bring up, hey, we might want to do something about this shit, and this is a black agenda, black people need some money, you can't just keep saying, well, here goes Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. Motherfuckers don't have no $20 bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't get the $20 bills. Like, where's the actual fucking money? Oh, we gonna look at the billboard and go, oh, it goes Harriet Tubman on the billboard. But the actual money part is the part we need the most help with. And that's the part no one wants to help us with. Said they want to help us with the symbolism. For the Democratic Party, very good at symbolism. And Republican Party, very good at whataboutisms. So, there it is. That's what we got. So, I'm just sitting over here wondering who they're going to run in 2024. Maybe we'll just, maybe we'll have to go third party. I don't know. I don't have it all figured out. Maybe third party is the way to go because this shit is a clusterfuck, Johnson. This is horrible. It's horrible, So, already there are black people that I know are saying they're not going to vote. Not going to vote. And they said, fuck the Democrats. You want to blame us for you losing? Fine. We don't care. Please blame us. We'll take credit. It's the difference. Like, I remember when black people didn't want to get blamed. Now they're raising their hand like, blame me, blame me, blame me. I'll take it. I'll take the heat, Johnson. Blame me, motherfucker. Please blame me. Because they're that upset. They're that pissed that what we see is no real movement. No movement towards equality for black people in America. No, man, I know the back of my head I always think of black people and white people, and poor white people and black people got together, and all poor people got together and formed, something will work. But at the end of the day, nobody wants to be called a nigga. And the way, and the white people, get treated who do support black people, it takes a certain type of people that want to actually stand with you when the shit goes down. Like, everybody wants to ride when we're popping bottles and everyone's just hashtagging to death and looking real cool, when we get the, virtual signal on Twitter. But when it's time to actually ride, like go to jail, ride, or take that last ride to, El Segundo, well, that's when you hit a ding-ding on the bus, motherfuckers start getting off. Nobody really wants to take that ride, and I get that, man. I get that. So, folks, here's the deal. This is what we're gonna do, okay? I'm starting a new party. It's called the Black Progressive Party, and it ain't the type of party like I don't know, man. That term progressive, man. I think we need to come up with a new term. That term stinks. It's got too many bodies on it. We need something else, If you got a term that ends up getting co-opted by, Hillary Clinton called herself progressive. James Clyburn said he's the most progressive person in politics. Then we got progressives that don't support black shit at all. Even this heifer named Kim Iverson, horrible motherfucker, just horrible. This motherfucker defends Crumley, Ethan Crumley, who shot the 4 kids in the school. Like, she's like saying Crumley's a victim of black people and like people, something about us. Like, what the fuck did we do to him? But always at the end of the day, they blame us, right? We get blamed for everything. It's like, she's saying like, like reverse racism shit, like right fragility is in the, I don't get it. Like, he killed people. So she considered herself a progressive. You know what I'm saying? And Boogaloo Boys, and bringing Boogaloo Boys, and, So I don't know. We got to come up with something. I don't know. I'll come up with a name for it. I want to fight for policies that matter, man, but what I don't want to do is be associated with any of the bullshit, Johnson. None of the bullshit. Save the bullshit. I can't do it, Johnson. I say we, maybe it's just me, but, yeah, it's not working for me. And look, guys, maybe later on this week we'll talk about the white guys. Like, I thought the Klan used to wear robes. Now motherfuckers are lazy. They're going to the Gap and shit. They're shopping online. Where they buy these clothes? You see these white guys? They had on like masks or something. I don't know what kind of masks. Wearing like khakis or what the fuck, man? What's like? I respected I hated them. Always hated the Klan, okay? Don't get me wrong. But I respected their creativity with their outfits. Now we got a bunch of Banana Republic motherfuckers roaming the streets, acting like they're tough guys. You know what I'm saying? Acting like they're tough guys. And, and still, I always thought Klan members were pussies too, because, you got on the hood, you you got on the hood and you're supposed to be like supreme, take off the hood. What you afraid of? You know? But that was because, then I realized that was because most of them were cops. Politicians, that's what that was. So kind of hard to run for office and squeeze black babies' cheeks when you up there wearing a sheet the night before. Hard to pretend, you know. So, I mean, this is all real shit, man. This is where we're at now. And now they don't wear sheets. They just wear these outfits. They shop online, you know, and, you know, they go to the Style OG on YouTube and they just come and they just wear whatever, man. You get 10 of them together with their smartphones. And they now, you know, and I saw a police escort, like, walking them down the steps. And I was like, please let one of these motherfuckers fall. Something bad. Let's make something bad happen to them. You know? All this because, you know, because they're losing the country. Because white women and white men aren't sleeping together, making babies like they used to. I mean, that's because the rent's too damn high, motherfucker. That's all it is. Hey, if you want white people to catch up to black people making babies, well, first of all, they're not used to being broke. There's a lot more broke white people. So broke white people get depressed. See what I'm saying? And you're going to have to take care of the money aspect. So these motherfuckers marching, that's even, you know, where are your women? Your women at home? You need to be at home with your women making babies. Instead of this shit, be more productive because you ain't scaring me, motherfucker. You just wearing out the soles of them cheap-ass New Balance you got on your fucking feet. Those dad shoes you got on. That shit ain't impressing me. You know what I'm saying? So, like I don't know. They're going to realize that the new black people out here, the millennials, the blacks, they're not, you know, we're not going for this shit. You ain't scary, motherfucker, you know, and you'll get punched all in the stomach, all y'all motherfuckers, all at one time. But what kills me, like, go to Memphis with that shit. Go to Memphis, you know, go somewhere where there's a lot of crime, a lot of black people. Stop going places where only a couple black people intimidating the one or two black people that be around. Like, ain't that many black people in Charlottesville? You know, that's where they went. You know, I know some areas, like, there's an area in D.C. called Berry Farms, motherfucker. Go there. There's a place in Maryland called Kentland. You could go there, you know. There's a lot of places down south with black neighborhoods you don't want to fuck with. The 4th Ward, the 5th Ward. You don't want to go walking around there talking this bullshit. So they're real selective in where they go. And all I'm saying is, you know, and I don't feel sorry for them. I know there's some people that feel sorry. And feel sorry for poor white people that resort to racism. Like, I'm poor, but I don't resort to racism. I just resort to, you know, like, working harder, you know what I'm saying? Like, I resort to, you know, doubling down my efforts and cutting my expenses, you know? Like, I don't just go hate a whole group of people because my money ain't right. So there are people that want to convince us that, oh, these are not bad people, they just don't have money. Well, yeah, a lot of motherfuckers don't have money, but they're not running around talking about these people are not human beings, or these people are lower than Earth, lower than us, or these people are beneath us. No, these people are racist. That's who the fuck they are. They're racist motherfuckers. So stop making excuses for racist people, right? Stop making it seem like, you know, they just don't know how to handle poverty. You know, they're just poor people. You know. It bothered me that I was calling that shit out a year ago. I was telling you, you know, yeah, okay. You want to save the whales, motherfucker? You want to save white people? Save them. That's great. But don't do so at the expense of us. Don't do so at the expense of us, you know. But these people think they're political strategists. They want to win elections by throwing black people under the bus and saving a couple rednecks, you know, a couple racists. But those racists ain't going to change who they are, man, just because you throw us under the bus. Okay, so never quite understood why some people would rather stay with that, and then it dawned on me. That's because that's how the Democratic Party is. That's how it runs. That's the whole point. That's why. That's how it runs. Okay? They throw black people under the bus to attract a few Republicans. Okay? They could win easily by attracting more black people and poor white people and actually having policies to help us. And then, but then they will let the cougar They would let the cougar loose because then we're going to change this whole shit. And that's something they don't want, Johnson. See what I'm saying? That's what you got to see. That's what they do not want. Because look, guys, once we got a check cut and we say, okay, white people, what you need, they're going to have a grocery list of shit, okay? Because there's some white people out there that's, they know what them doctors did. They know how they got them addicted to their opiate shit. That shit was on purpose, Johnson. Did you watch Dope Sick? Did you watch that shit? They intentionally got million motherfuckers, killed off 100,000 motherfuckers, knowing this shit was highly addictive. Lied and said it was not addictive. Said it was only 1% addictive. This shit is 90% addictive, okay? So, the last thing you want is a bunch of pissed off poor white people coming at your ass because they like getting punched in the face. They that's good, yeah. And they just keep coming. So basically what the Democratic Party is doing is they made a decision. They don't want to wake a sleeping giant. The sleeping giant would be us uniting. Uniting. That's the sleeping giant. If that shit happens, goodbye empire. Goodbye empire. And the reality would be a lot more bleak than a Chris Hedges monologue. That shit would be fucked, okay? Real talk. We talking Bird Box, okay? Bird Box bad, okay? That's how bad it's gonna get, okay? You be looking out the window and your ass, you sit, and these rich motherfuckers would get in a car on fire to get away from our ass, okay? Because we coming at your ass with razor blades and grape juice, lemonade, okay? That's... Well, look, guys, this is Pause with Tim Black. I encourage you to subscribe to this podcast. Recognize that a lot of this shit that's going on, at the end of the day, it's all distraction, a lot of it. But the shit that really matters is this case with this cop shooting this kid, okay? And if Ghislaine Maxwell, if she dies, okay? Because what we got to start doing is let people see, I want us to be exposed. I want to expose how dirty the court system is. If Ghislaine Maxwell gets anything other than life, it's a travesty, okay? It should be how many life sentences does she get? That's the question. It's not if she gets a life sentence, it's she's going to get 3 or 4. Like, she should get all the life sentences all put together, okay? You hurting kids, fuck you, gone, okay? Jussie Smollett, he's a waste of time. This is all theatrics. This is his last role. The last role for Jussie, he's playing himself. He's pretending to be innocent. He is not. Don't Cry Me a River about Kamala. I don't give a shit. She was not a gifted politician to begin with. But she, it's just what it is, man. It's what it is. Go look at some of her speeches. Look at some of her speeches. Look at some of her shit. That's all I'm saying. Then I know some black people that like her. I don't know why. Just because somebody brown skin, man, go look at her policies. Go look at what she stood for. Locking people up for weed. Throwing away the fucking key. That's not good. Important Minneapolis, Kim Potter. That's the case. Kim Potter, guys. This is important only because I think she executed this young man for a reason. I want to know what it was. Maybe it's just because she's a horrible cop. She wants to kill people. But she did that shit blazingly, yo. It was not an accident. This was not an accident. Unless they find out she was high as hell when she did it. She shot him point blank. She'd been on the force 24 years. This was not an accident. Don't buy that shit. Let's see how that turns out. I'm Tim Black, Real Tim Black on Facebook and Twitter. I am Tim Black and that on Instagram. We'll be back Tuesday with phone calls. We open up the phone lines. People call in and discuss what's going on. What'd you think? What's on your mind? Which one of these cases are interesting to you? Will Ghislaine Maxwell make it through this trial? I don't think she will. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Email us at clancare@timblacktv.com. Follow us for more information. And until then, remember, like I always say, cut the check. Just cut the check. Save all the nonsense. Build back these nuts. Cut the check. Cut the bullshit. Cut the check. Black women, we got your back. I support you. We out. All right. What a day.